Hey guys, here tonight on the suggestions of one of my, what are they called? Snapchat friends. I was doing almost like these YOLO things. If you're on Snapchat, you'll understand. You ask for something, and more often than not, your friends or on Snapchat will give you things based on that. So you ask for a message, you get a message. You ask for, say, a YouTube video, which I did, you get one. So I'm going to be using that now as a way to interact with the YouTube channel. Snapchat, I'm not going to be having a separate YouTube and Snapchat, separate YouTube and personal Snapchat. So my Snapchat is still Ben_S619, and that is not going to change at all, like ever. So unless I forget it, obviously, but that's always going to be my Snapchat. No matter whether, few years down the line, it's always going to be my Snapchat, mostly because A, I don't know how to change it, B, I can't be bothered, and C, it just makes it a lot easier. So anyway, guys, enough of the Snapchat thing, but that's going to be the most ways that I interact with my friends and stuff to get ideas for YouTube videos. Yeah, but also you can ask me questions, so if I'm going to do a Q&A, then I'll ask on YOLO different questions based on that, different questions based on why, based on different stuff that I'm going to either do a video on, or based on how to get ideas for YouTube videos. So give ask for YouTube suggestions, different stuff like that. But this is one of the ones that got suggested. It is my top 10 favourite WWE wrestlers. Now, as they specifically asked for WWE wrestlers, I know it's only because they don't watch wrestling, so they went WWE, because they didn't know anyone else, I'm guessing. But because they said WWE, I thought, well, instead of doing my entire favourite wrestlers top 10 list, it's going to be really hard to do. So yeah, basically I thought it was going to be really hard to do it in order, so I tried my best. I've sort of cheated on two of them, but one of them is a tag team, as you'll find out in 2 minutes, and one of them's just a double barrel, spot on the list. So not the list of Jericho, because Jericho's not on this list because he's not in WWE anymore. And by the way, these are all people that appear almost weekly, are prominent on the show, rather than people like Edge, Undertaker, Goldberg. Well, Goldberg's more prominent now, but John Cena, people like that, people who makes Brock Lesnar, people who make sporadic appearances. So this is current mainstays on the show. So anyway, guys, let's kick it off. 4 minutes in and we haven't kicked it off yet, and we got 10 entrants to go through. So number 10 is a tag team, the only tag team on the list. If you want a top 10 favorite tag teams, then either comments or YOLO on my Snapchat. But anyway, guys, this is the only tag team on our list, and it is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now, some of the people on this list, is their position is only because of some of the stuff they did in NXT, or the stuff they did in other places like Japan or Ring of Honor. But yeah, this is the people who are signed to WWE, but also based on what they did in the past, if you get what I mean. But yeah, it's just they are one of the best tag teams in the world, let alone WWE, and they really need to be treated that way. You know, they don't need to be. They're veterans of the business, and the veterans that will be able to build smaller talent, but that's what they need to be used for. They don't need to be used to job out to everybody. You know, if you're gonna have them lose to the Street Profits, or if you're gonna have them lose to another up and coming tag team, like say when the Undisputed Era come to the main roster and you have them lose to them, that's fine. If you have teams like Zach Gibson and James Drake lose to them, tag teams who need to build that, reputation, but having them lose to people like the Usos and Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder and the New Day, different people like that, it's just not acceptable. The two talent, also all round good guys as well, apparently, that I've heard. But yeah, just need to be used in a more prominent role than just being buddies with AJ Styles, which is what they are right now. But anyway, moving on to number 9, Angel Garza. Now, you could have filled this spot with Andrade, to be fair, but Angel Garza's really overtaken Andrade at this point in time, mostly with his whole character work, going into the crowd and kissing people and getting kisses off people. It's more of a, it's more of a character build than Andrade had. Take the talent of Andrade and mix it with the personality of Angel Garza, and you got Angel Garza, but Angel Garza, there's not really anything I can say that negatively about him. He needs to have that push. He needs to be the one to either beat Andrade for the title, or Andrade needs to lose it, and then Angel Garza needs to beat that person for the title. Whether they want him to beat Andrade, or whether they want to beat the person who beats Andrade, I don't mind. But as long as he gets a United States title shot reign by the end of this year, I will be happy. Number 8, Buddy Murphy. Murphy. Number 8 is Murphy. Ever since he's been part of the Seth Rollins angle, the Monday Night Messiah, he's just been absolutely, his reputation and his, talent has just been building up. And again, his talent is up there, His character work is good. He's got a good character at the moment, especially. And, plus apparently Paul Heyman wants to really push him to the moon soon. But yeah, if he does, then I'd be more than happy with that, because Buddy Murphy's just so good in the ring. And all they need to do is build his character work up a bit, and once this whole teaming with Seth Rollins is done, then he needs to have at least a United States title, if not an Intercontinental title reign again by the end of this month. Maybe even have him in a feud with Seth Rollins, maybe after the whole Monday Night Messiah thing. Don't know. But anyway, guys, speaking of Seth Rollins, number 7 is Seth Rollins. Now, I think if it wasn't for the whole Twitter situation going on with Seth Rollins recently, and the whole, the whole Fiend Hell in a Cell thing, he would have probably been about 4 or 5, But it was just the fact that, he's been in the main event scene for that little bit too much, a little bit like Roman Reigns before him, he's got all the talent in the world, but he's fantastic in the ring, but his microphone skills need work, his promos need work, and so does his character. Not at the moment, his character's absolutely fantastic at the moment, but just if they plan on turning him back to a face, then they need to do work with him on his face promo skills, because at the moment I don't think he has what it takes to be one of the company's top faces, even with his in-ring style. I don't think he has what it takes, especially with his promo skills and his Twitter, which isn't going very well at the moment. If they can sort that out, then absolutely. But until then, no. Another guy that shouldn't be a face or a baby face, because that's just going to be a terrible idea. Number 6 is The Miz. Now, what can I say? His in-ring work has massively improved since his debut, which is obvious, but he's just gotten better and better. Oh, there's a door there. His microphone skills have always been stellar, and they're just improving as the day goes on. Plus, he's got one of the best talk shows he's got the best talk shows in WWE right now, and there's about 5 of them. So, and that's saying something. But yeah, what can I say? The whole thing with Bray Wyatt was fantastic, the way that The Miz played that as well. Fantastic. That whole character work again really made that feud, or that, that storyline what it was. But yeah, that's one of the really enjoyable things about The Miz that he brings to the wrestling ring. But anyway, guys, as we are lacking on time, let's go number 5, Drew McIntyre. Now, again, this may very well, all of this list may very well change, especially now, seeing as how WrestleMania is coming. Very soon, Drew McIntyre might be number 4 or number 3. You never know. But at the moment, he's number 5, just because I definitely wanted to get him on there, but I wasn't sure how low to put him. But yeah, I knew I wanted to put him low, but I just wasn't sure how low to put him. But yeah, this is again mostly based on his work outside of the WWE before coming back, and his work in NXT. But especially now, after his big push, he's getting better and better on the microphone and everything. But they just need to capitalize on the fact that he's a massive man, and really, because just before the Royal Rumble, he switched like that. It was going from beating people up and being mean to people and being like this whole Scottish psychopath to winning the Royal Rumble, coming back and pinching himself because he thought he was dreaming. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not what psychopaths do. But yeah, anyway, I've really enjoyed it now. I look forward every single time to watching Drew McIntyre get a victory. Also, he ridded the WWE of the cage, which is something to be pleased about. But yeah, it kind of feels sorry for Eric Rowan. Now the cage has been destroyed. He's lost his best friend. But now, seeing as how it was Drew McIntyre that basically killed his own Eric Rowan's best friend, that might end up stirring a bit of a rivalry there for Extreme Rules. Whether it's because they know Drew McIntyre is not going to win the WWE Championship, so I'll just stick him in a rivalry with Eric Rowan, or whether it's because he's going to win the title and then Eric Rowan's going to get a big push. I don't know. We'll see, won't we? But anyway, guys, number 4 is Roman Reigns. A bit of an unpopular opinion, but I couldn't put Roman Reigns anywhere below a 4 or 5, because the amount of great matches he's had, especially at Royal Rumbles, and not really WrestleManias, because they've been a bit lackluster, but Royal Rumbles, SummerSlams, he really brings it out of the bag. It does help, again, being put with AJ Styles and Braun Strowman and all these people, but he holds his own, and apart from his microphone skills again, which is something that keeps being bung up in this list, he definitely deserves to be in the main event. How long he's going to stay there, I don't know. Whether he's going to go back and be United States champion again, don't know. Maybe if it comes to SmackDown. But yeah, I don't see him being Intercontinental champion. Like, at all. I don't see him being Intercontinental champion. But definitely United States champion and world champion again, obviously. Maybe come WrestleMania, maybe not. You never know. You never know. It's WWE, isn't it? You never know. But number 3 is Aleister Black. Now again, like Drew McIntyre and Gallows and Anderson before him, this is all based on what he did in NXT and Ring of Honor, where he was one of, if not the best, quick striker in the game, Aleister Black or Tommy End was just so good. Yeah, that finisher, the Black Mass, just beautiful. And some of his high flying work as well is just bang on. Again, his character work needs improvement, but now that he's less looking for a fight in the dark room, is good. Because can you imagine if I started doing these videos in a dark room? In fact, just to show you how bad it is to do a video in a dark room talking to a camera, I'm going to do the rest of this video talking in a dark room to a camera. Just to prove a point to WWE. Is that too dark? Is it? Maybe. Maybe I need to turn the lights back on. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I'll be right back. But yeah, you get the point. It's not a good idea to make a video in a dark room, especially on live television. But yeah, number 2, a bit of a double barrel entry here. We've got Kevin Owens / Samoa Joe. Now, I put these two here for very much the same reasons, because you can't really go wrong with them. Kevin Owens, fantastic on the microphone, fantastic in the ring. You can't go wrong. Samoa Joe, fantastic on the microphone, fantastic in the ring. You can't go wrong. Anyway, guys, number 1. Well, it can only be one. It really can only be one. And, yeah. The thing is, I'm going to let him in. Because number 1 is The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Now, there's a reason why my home screen is a picture of Bray Wyatt. Well, it's not a picture of Bray Wyatt. Why it's a picture of The Fiend. Because he is my favourite wrestler at the moment. Well, in WWE, he is my favourite wrestler at the moment. Because for as long as I can remember, The Undertaker used to be my favourite wrestler. And then it got taken over by Chris Jericho. But, and it still is. But number 1, WWE, is Bray Wyatt. If Chris Jericho was still in the WWE, he would be number 2. But seeing as how Chris Jericho's in All Elite Wrestling and thriving now, it's Bray Wyatt. But yeah, I couldn't really put anyone else here because I absolutely love the Firefly Funhouse. I can't recall how many times I've seen it on YouTube. I mean, I watch it at the gym, I watch it on the bus, I watch it at school, sometimes even watch it in class. I just watch it everywhere, you know. But yeah, I went to WWE, and it was the only year. Well, I went to WWE in November to go to Butlins. It was the only year where I didn't get one of the WWE tour t-shirts because I was gonna get a the Fiend Let Me In t-shirt rather than the tour t-shirt, because I wanted to get it from the tour rather than from the website, because I knew it would mean more to me and everything. And it's already got a hole in it, which I'm not happy about, but luckily it's only on the sleeve, because mostly I'm wearing a leather jacket over the top or my denim cutoff, so it's not too bad. But yeah, anyway guys, that's my top 10 favourite WWE wrestlers list. Again, this could change tomorrow. This could change Sunday. This could change Monday. This could change any day of the week. But right now, right here, my current top 10 favourite WWE wrestlers. Current. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Bit of a long one. If you enjoy videos like this, where it's just me talking to the camera, and, you know, like this, then give the video a like. If you don't like videos like this and you want them a little bit more scripted, a little bit more free flowing, a little bit more flowing, like a normal top 10 list, then Either give it a dislike or just put it down in the comments, whichever one you want to do. Or give it a like and put it down in the comments, But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for a Fortnite live stream. Anyway, guys, bye.